The LA Times is reporting on a troubling crackdown on free speech on college campuses. They report, University of California officials are proposing to include Anti-Zionism as a form of discrimination that is unacceptable on campus, according to a long-awaited draft statement on intolerance released Tuesday. One letter signed by more than 130 UC faculty members supported naming anti-Zionism as an expression of anti-Semitism. No. This is dead wrong. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when people go too far on Islamophobia and they say, it's anti-Muslim bigotry to say you disagree with the doctrine of Islam and to point out verses that you think are troubling. Well, no, that would be me disagreeing with the doctrine of Islam and pointing out verses I think are troubling. That's an intellectual exercise. That's perfectly fine. Anti-Muslim bigotry is not okay. When you say all Muslims are literalists, they're fundamentalists, or jihadists, or, they're too extreme to be considered normal. If you generalize about all Muslims and you're intolerant and xenophobic and bigoted against them, that is bigotry. It's not bigotry to say, I disagree with the doctrine of Islam, any more than it's bigoted to say, I disagree with the doctrine of Christianity. So that's not bigotry. There's a distinction there. Well, there's a distinction here, too. To be an anti-Semite, to have an irrational hatred of all Jews, that's bigotry. To say, I disagree with Zionism, having an official Jewish state, that's rational. I don't agree with Islamic states. Any Islamic country, whether it's ISIS who says they're an Islamic country or whether it's, Iran or Saudi Arabia, I don't agree. They shouldn't, that's not okay. Secularism is a human right. So that's not okay, nor is it okay to have a Jewish state. Yeah, we have a Jewish state here, but you're not allowed to criticize if you do, you're a bigot. No, if I criticize that, I'm making sense. I'm saying secularism is a human right. You can't have an official Muslim state or Christian state or Jewish state because that is theocracy by definition. Now, you can do mental gymnastics and you can do, word salad and try to throw it back at me and say, well, but they're within said Jewish state, there's different people of different backgrounds, so therefore not really a Jewish state. But that's no more convincing to me than hearing that there are some Baha'i that live in Iran. And it still shouldn't be an Islamic state if there are people there that are not Islamic. And even if there aren't, it shouldn't be an Islamic state. There should be no Islamic state. There should be no Jewish state, no Islamic state, no Christian state, period. And furthermore, let's be honest about Zionism here. What do people mean when they talk about that? Well, people who are Zionists and who are admittedly Zionists, by and large, they're like, yeah, not only do we want a Jewish state, we want all the land. So Palestinians, well, there are no Palestinians, first of all. I love that argument. There are no Palestinians. But we're going to say the Palestinians, even though there are no Palestinians, need to get the fuck off their own land. The settlers should take over more, and the entire region. There shouldn't be a two-state deal. It should all be a Jewish state, and I am a Zionist. I want all the land. That's equally as kooky and dumb as when Hamas says, we want all the land. All of it will be Palestine. We want to drive Israel into the sea. No more Israel. Well, no, that's extremism. Why would it not be extremism if it's the flip side? Yeah, we want a Jewish state and we want all the land. Well, how about both of you piss the fuck off? How about that? How about we do a two-state deal? How about the Zionists and settlers are crazy people? How about the people in Hamas who want all the land, they're fucking crazy people. How about we have reasonable people come together and say, all right, we got to work this out. Let's have a two-state deal, 1967 borders, build a giant wall, split Jerusalem, iron out all the details to water rights and stuff like that, and then that's it. Have recognition in the international community for both sides, and we're good. That's where reasonable people are. But now they're trying to say on college campuses, if you're anti-Zionist, you're a bigot. That's as big of a crackdown on free speech as any crackdown on free speech. This is just as bad as the PC brigade that comes along and they say, you can't say that America is a meritocracy because that's a microaggression. And wait. Now, I agree America's not a meritocracy, and I can prove it to you with facts. But if somebody says it, you don't say, that's a microaggression, I will now censor you. That's stupid. You're being a child if that's your response. Microaggressions in general, you're a child if you say, you microaggressed me. Why not have a discussion and say, hey, here's why I think you're wrong. You can tell me why you think I'm wrong, but let's talk it out. No, I will censor by saying it's a microaggression. And this is the PC police. This is people say, oh, no, you're not allowed to say that because I don't like that. Therefore, I'm offended. Therefore, you need to shut the fuck up. No, that's not the way freedom of speech works. That's not the way free expression works. Same thing here. I'm against Zionism. How dare you? That's bigotry. No, wouldn't it be bigotry of the Zionists? Because the Zionists say we want a Jewish state. So to the exclusion of everybody else, Jewish state. And oh yeah, usually we want all the land too. So that would be me being intolerant of intolerance, which is fine. They're the ones who are actually intolerant. This is just like with Islamists. Like, oh my God, you're against me being able to oppress women. You're intolerant. No, I'm intolerant of your intolerance. You're the intolerant one, and I'm calling out your intolerance. Somehow now being anti-Zionist is, oh my goodness, you went so far. This is anti-Semitism. You must hate all Jews because you're against Zionism, because you're against the right wing of the state of Israel. You hate all Jews. No, what that means is I'm against the right wing of the state of Israel. That's what it means. Just like I'm against the right wing in the US, just like I'm against the right wing in Iran, just like I'm against the right wing everywhere. But somehow now in this one place, it's bigotry. It's bigotry if you're against the right wing in Israel. No, that's absolute bullshit. And everybody who likes to fancy themselves a protector of free speech, as I fancy myself, and I have a track record and I'm consistent on this, you need to come out and say, I may not even agree with it. I may be a Zionist. But of course, people should be able to criticize it without being censored and without it being included as a form of discrimination. Oh, please.